Hey everybody, it is Christina and Jim with
Who do you like this week?
and it's championship weekend. Really excited, and we're gonna kick things off with Baltimore and Kansas City.
You know what? Before we get to this week, I do have to admit that I think we picked every game wrong last week. So
I actually picked the over on the Baltimore-Houston game, and that came in by a half a point.
that did come in on at half a point. You're right. Exactly half a point. You're right.
Because they kicked the field goal at the end. I was
Yeah.
like, why are they even doing this?
And that stupid that Kansas City and Buffalo game. It was like as soon as it went over, they didn't score again. It was funny. It's a conspiracy, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, sorry. Game 1, Baltimore, KC.
Who do you like?
Well, I mean, I was looking at the injury reports and stuff. KC's got a lot of injuries. Baltimore's playing really well. I like Baltimore to cover 3.5. I have seen it at 4 at some places, but if you can get 3.5, take the 3.5. I think Baltimore will cover that easily.
I'm gonna agree. I actually think it's gonna be similar to their last, minus the one that everyone sat, their last, 4 or 5 games where it was close at the half and then they annihilated the second half.
Yeah.
I really think it's gonna go that way. And Lamar Jackson is the only one who can save the world right now, to save the world from a Taylor Swift Super Bowl. So we are rooting for Baltimore, at least I am.
I am too. I really had a problem with seeing Travis Kelce score that touchdown and do his little heart thing. I was like, I used to be a fan, but now you're just a simp, Kelce.
And if
Everyone likes your brother more.
Roquan Smith is watching this, just bruise the ribs just a little bit. We want it to hurt.
You're sicko. Over and under, it's 44.5. It seems kind of low to me, actually. I don't know if they think maybe defenses will tighten up on the championship game, but seems a little low. I like the over on this. I think Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes do not have a problem with scoring.
No. And I don't think that they're going to be able to figure out how to contain Lamar. It seems that every team thinks that they have by the first half, and they make an adjustment, and they can't keep him from running up the middle of the field.
Last week was a prime example, right?
Right.
It was tied at halftime.
And you thought that, hey, they're containing
There's gonna be a
Lamar,
game,
they're
yeah.
keeping him in the pocket, and then he would just run up the middle and,
Harbaugh.
yeah.
He's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice adjustments.
He's the better Harbaugh.
Sure. Okay, second game. This is the one I'm kind of nervous about. These are my Niners. I like them. However, Debo is still kind of somewhat questionable right now, and I think that's kind of a big deal in the betting of this, because the spread is 7. Some have it at 7.5 right now. I think if Debo plays, I think they'll cover easily.
Right.
If he doesn't,
So I would, if you don't have a betting app already, get whatever betting app you use and make your bet closer to game time when they announce whether or not Debo's going to be playing. I'm going to take, if Debo plays, I will be taking the 49ers -7. If he doesn't, I'll probably be taking Detroit +7. Not that I think that San Francisco still won't win. I just think it'll be closer because Debo gives that extra dimension. He helps the run game because he can run the ball as well. They're going to be heavy on Christian McCaffrey, I think.
yeah. Detroit's very physical. Debo's kind of our physical guy too, so it's like you don't want to.
Detroit had a problem though stopping the run against Tampa.
That's true. I mean, yeah, interested to see if Mitchell plays much or is it just all McCaffrey again. Either way, I just want the win.
All right. Detroit's a good story though.
Yeah, but Brock Purdy's a good story.
Brock Purdy is a good story. If
Yeah.
we could stop the Brock Purdy hate, because like people saying he doesn't belong in the conversation, he's the product of a good team. Don't you think all those other quarterbacks involved would want what San Francisco has to offer?
No kidding, right? And everyone, you
think Patrick Mahomes would say, yeah, don't give me Christian McCaffrey. Don't give me Debo Samuels.
Yeah, right.
Don't give me Brandon Ayuk.
Well, the thing about talking about the quarterbacks is, I've heard a lot of people, Detroit's such a good story. They've lost so many years, but that's true. The thing I can't agree with is the whole Jared Goff thing, right? Like,
What's wrong with Jared? Oh,
isn't he a number one pick?
Because he played for the Rams.
Isn't he like a number one pick? He's like a millionaire. He's been to the Super Bowl already and lost, right? And they're like, oh, they sent him there they got rid of him, and what a comeback story. Like, he's good, right? Yeah.
He is good. I
He's
think
fine,
he's good.
yeah. Like, I feel like we should talk about Brock Purdy, right?
It was a bigger story when they played the Rams because that was the team that got rid of him. But I don't think it's a big point against the 49ers.
Yeah. Either
Except
way.
the 49ers owned him when he was with the Rams.
That's true. And you know what? I like the under on this game, 51.5. The Niners and the Lions, 51.5. I like the under. Reason being is I think the Lions are going to go for it one too many times on
Fourth
offense.
down?
On fourth downs, yeah, on fourth downs. And I feel like, if you have a chance to take a field goal here or there, those points start adding up. And if you turn it over on downs a couple times in the game's going under. That's just how it goes.
I mean, Green Bay, it would have been a lot closer. They wouldn't have needed to score a touchdown at the end had they gone for that field goal or not missed that one field goal.
Yep.
Because they did stop him quite often. They
Yes.
kept him to 3 points. And then
Yep.
at the half, they stopped him again and they decided to go for it and they missed. Or they didn't get the first down, excuse me. And then the one they missed as well.
So what's your Super Bowl prediction then? What's the matchup?
Super Bowl prediction, Baltimore, San Francisco. Because Lamar Jackson is going to save us.
Sense in the world to say Baltimore and San Francisco, right? And with these conspiracies of the colors and all that stuff.
But you know what? The colors could be Kansas City and Detroit too.
Could it?
It's blue, red and blue make purple. I mean, it's stupid.
That's true. That's true.
So for 75 years, all of a sudden the last 3, it's only been the colors to pick the. I mean, it's
just something to talk about,
it's
probably,
just-
right?
It's really. I think what it is for him to get likes, and because people already think it's fixed. Do you know the amount of people that would have to be involved to fix something like this, and the amount of people that would have to keep their mouths shut, which is impossible today, to do that, to keep a secret like that. I mean, come on.
Just a couple referees, maybe. I'm just kidding.
It would be more than a couple.
It's not NBA.
I admit the officiating has been questionable
Questionable, right?
the last few years. And
Right.
this is where I always come into play. Should really senior citizens be on the field with younger?
I don't know what you're talking. Dude, the
These
refs.
dudes are old.
Dude, the refs are like they're like
No,
yoked.
not all
Yeah,
of them.
they're
Some
like
of them are
swole.
overweight. Some of them are
That's
old.
true.
They can't keep up. They get in the way. The guy that basically gave Lamar a sack against San Francisco, he got in the way of the play. Like, come on.
Okay, I mean, let's hope the refs don't really come into play on any of this. But
And the NBA ones are ancient.
okay, sure. Okay, cool. Niners and Baltimore.
That's my prediction.
That's a good one. I mean, I just hope the Niners make it. It's going to be a rematch for either of the teams, so I'm ready for it. So
I'm rooting for a Taylor Swift free Super Bowl. Diva free Super Bowl is what we're wishing for.
So you don't want to see a Taylor Swift versus Eminem Super Bowl?
I can deal with Eminem because he's not a diva.
Okay, we know you hate Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift.
I don't hate them. If Taylor Swift are playing in the Super Bowl, it'll be fine. Like if she's playing halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mahomes and Kelsey have become divas this season. I used to really, really like Mahomes. This
Yeah.
season, I just want him to have some humble pie.
Wow, okay. He's getting it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Baltimore's the team.
Baltimore. All right, let's do it. And hey, Super Bowl here in Vegas, by the way. Just imagine if you lived in a town where the Super Bowl was coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you want to own some real estate in that city?
Correct.
Yes.
So take your winnings
And invest in Las Vegas with us.
and give us a call.
All right.
And we'll talk to you guys after this, before the Super Bowl.
Yes. Go Niners. That's the squad.